This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're gonna do life together. Hey, welcome to another edition of Talk to Tongie, and I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie, but on this show you call me Tongie. It is so exciting. I'm excited to be in your living room, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. Thank you. I never ever take for granted, so you know how we do it on this show. With the spirit of gratitude, thank you very, very much for allowing me to be in your home. Everywhere I go, I get, hey, I saw your show, or wow, you're going into the community. And I'm like, yeah. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I told you that I would forever make certain that I always go into the community and just hang out with folk that are movers and shakers, and that's what I get to do, man. So it's because of you that I get to do it, and I do it from my heart. How about that? I am not going to disappoint this gentleman that is coming on the show tonight. Oh my gosh. His food is amazing. His personality, second to none. He hails from a beautiful country and he came all the way here and he's making a difference right where he is and in the community. And he has a beautiful wife to tote and a beautiful family, and we'll get with her the second part of the show. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to someone who is just, again, he's doing amazing. It's none other than Mr. Matthew Chambers. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir, for coming, for allowing me to be a part of your environment.
Oh, okay.
So, tell me, I've got this proverbial question that I ask all of my guests. How did you get here?
Yeah,
the short story.
The short story, yeah. Well, I think I come down to St. Lucia and thought, it's a lovely country, nice people, good vibe. And I just wanted to get out there. I originally am from London in the United Kingdom. I wanted to get out for a while of the hustle and bustle and the rat race and come and, try something a little bit different in a different part of the world. So St. Lucia ticked a lot of boxes. And before you knew it, I was in St. Lucia. I know it happened very quickly. Yeah, very fast.
Did you look at a map and say, you know what, I think I want to go here?
No, not quite a map. I think it was always going to be the Caribbean. Because I've always had like a love affair and a closeness with the Caribbean.
Aye.
So it was just which island.
Really?
And, yeah, I think
I've never heard of that before. Seriously.
Yeah.
You knew the Caribbean. You knew it was going to be. I say the Caribbeans, potato, potato.
You say Caribbean, I say Caribbean.
Right. So
this could be a debate.
For sure.
Yeah.
What drew you to the Caribbean?
Originally, or for this particular business? I just like the people, I like the vibe. I'm comfortable with it. I've grown up with it in London. I'm used to the colour. It's not alien to me.
Really?
So this is just the next notch up from having it in London.
Wow.
This is like the authentic as it can get. This is the real deal. So yeah, that's basically it.
With your restaurant, and we're going to get into that, all right? But knowing that you wanted to come here, that means that you kind of assimilated into everything, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. So had you ever maybe launched a restaurant like this where you're from the UK?
Actually, originally, my original background, two things I did originally. My very, very original background is actually music.
Oh, come on.
I was heavily involved.
Come on.
Yeah, people don't know this about me, but I was massively involved in the music scene.
Really?
Events, music selling, radio stations, all sorts of stuff. I was quite involved in music.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's another story, but from music, I went into banqueting and functions.
Are you
So I
serious?
was doing a lot of weddings and business functions.
I absolutely love it.
All sorts of special occasions. That's where I learned this trade. So I did that for maybe 8, 9 years in the UK.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't want you to rush that, all right? Didn't I tell you we got someone inciting and inviting?
Yeah.
I need you to stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we're going to unravel that story. Be right back. It's your girl, Dr. Tongie. You know, from the Talk to Tongie show. Are you ready to maximize your business exposure? Of course you are. Why not consider placing an ad right here with me on the Talk to Tongie show on DBS? Hey, it's your girl, Dr. Tongie, and whenever I get ready for a show, I use a Toy Day food. A Toy Day food is a proud sponsor of the Dr. Tongie show and Talk to Tongie. This is Talk to Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Talk to Tongie. We're gonna do life together. And we are back. Can you tell how excited I am to be here? I'm literally on a rooftop. One of my favorite places, and I'm always talking about Matthew's Rooftop. That's where we are, and guess who we're with? The proprietor of this amazing establishment. Now, good man, you were saying that music and event planning and come on, talk to me, guys. So you go from that, right? And then you juxtapose into a restaurant. Wow.
Yeah. Because it's all people based. So, you know, like basically when you're used to dealing with people, you can do a variety of
for sure
businesses and opportunities within that. Now, the reason I moved from music is not because I don't love music. I love music completely, but the game changed.
What kind of music do you like?
Well, actually, the reason why I've got the connection with the Caribbean is because I used to have to go to Jamaica a lot and buy reggae. So I was actually quite involved. Yeah. People don't know this, but I was massively involved in the reggae scene. Yeah, in London.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So that was a big part of my life.
Oh my God! Yeah. So reggae. Who are some of your favorite artists?
I've got many favorite artists.
Give me three favorite artists.
Well, I like Dennis Brown.
All right.
I like Beres Hammond.
Okay.
I like Bridget Bannon.
My God!
I like Damian Marley. I like Bob Marley. I like Peter Tosh.
You're
I like
real.
Chronix. I like a lot of us. I like some of Stacey's. I miss my friend Stacey. That's a lot of us.
You sound like your friend Stacey right about now. So
there's so many.
Wow. So people. I love when you talk about people because I'm in the people business too. What is it that really it gets you into that people business? What is it about people that you can say, you know what, I want to go into that business?
Well, I think some people like to be indoors and close their door and work on their own. But I'm not so much that kind of character. I'd rather be out with people and mix in and integrate and talk to people. Yeah, I'd rather be around people than not be around people when I get the opportunity. So that's why I like to do a business that goes with that. So music and food to me is not as far away from each other as people think. Remember, I went from music into banqueting and functions.
Right.
So there was a progression.
Absolutely.
And then and what happened there was I had a demand to do food, so I had to in my last business in the UK, I had to make a kitchen. And then employ chefs. So before I knew it, I fell into the food industry or food business without meaning to, actually. It wasn't actually a deliberate move as such.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're the kind of guy that kind of sit down and strategically plan everything. That's not
completely,
you?
no. Some things like menus I will, and some of them, some factors of the business that you have to be strategic with.
For sure.
Yeah, but other parts of it are no. Other parts of it are just feelings and your gut instincts and this kind of stuff. So I'm not always good with the English, but whatever the words are.
You're doing real good, guy. You're doing really, really good.
Thanks a lot.
So you're here now. You came from the UK. You're in the people business. Tell me how hard or how difficult or how easy was it to assimilate? We talk about assimilating cultures and what have you. How hard was that for you coming from, you went to Jamaica, I get it, right?
I was in Jamaica a lot.
But now you're here and this is home, right?
Yeah.
All right?
So
how do you assimilate everything that you've kind of gone through, you've seen, and now you're adopting this way of life in your restaurant?
Yeah, so kind of like to break it down. It's like there's a lot of similarities all over the world. Some things have a general thread, like a general trend all over the world, but there's obviously differences. So like in terms of try and break the question down again.
You're assimilating everything that you know that you picked up in Jamaica, that you were doing in the UK. You opened your kitchen there, your restaurant there, and now you're here. And the food kind of, I've had oxtails the other day, and I had goat the other day. So, but is that on your menu?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were able to, every place that you've gone, you've able to offer that kind of service in your restaurant here?
Yeah, basically, yeah. This is okay. So basically, with the foods, the food angle is that obviously I don't actually cook the food.
For sure.
Okay, I'm being honest. I've got chefs who do a great job. Okay.
And shout out to the chefs.
Yeah, no,
seriously.
they do a great job for sure. They do a great job. But in terms of like making sure that it's at the standards that we want and the quality and the customers, that's where I will be involved massively.
That's where we're going, there. Because it takes a lot to run a restaurant.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it takes a hell of a lot. It's not an easy feat. Yeah.
And what gets you up every morning that says, you know what? I've got to be here. I've got to be hands-on, because you're hands-on, yeah? So what is it? What's that motivating factor for you?
I think like if you want to, I think for a lot of people who go into business, like you have to have a reason why you're going in. It can't just be the cash.
There we go.
Yeah,
What's that why for you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's nice to kind of like achieve some things. It's nice to achieve in life.
Absolutely.
And it's not always just money. It could be other reasons.
Come on,
you're looking for achievements.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like it was. When they said it couldn't be done when I first come to St. Lucia, that was great for me because that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Wait. Hold up. Time out. Someone told you.
Many people.
The great man that knows reggae, he knows Marley, he knows Brown, he knows all of these chronics, right? Someone told you it could not be done?
I find when you're a new kid on the block, like the old guys don't like the new kids coming in.
Is that
so they'll
right?
try and throw you off, but I'm not easily thrown off. I'm not easily phased. I'm from London, so I'm brought up tough. Yeah. So it's worked out okay. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not straightforward.
No, it's not. I know.
Yeah.
I should know. When I first launched my business 29 years ago, and I told this story, the bank said to me, "Oh, that's a wonderful idea, but it'll never happen." And you're like, "But
sometimes that's inspiration." Sometimes inspiration is when people, when your back's against the wall or people say you can't achieve, that's when you achieve the most.
There you go. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. When your back's against the wall, for anyone who's watching, right? And you're saying, but he came over and it should be easy for him. You heard it yourself. It was not. And he didn't give up.
No.
And you were not going to give up.
No, not easily.
So what's a typical day like for an entrepreneur of your status? I say status because you've traveled the world. You have.
I have, yeah.
What's a typical day?
In terms of this business or in general? Well, this business, I will also have to give a little mention to the fact that I've actually got good staff as well. I've got an excellent manager, excellent supervisor, and good waitresses and myself. So I can't take all the glory on the business. Okay?
Absolutely.
So when you say a typical day could be, we could have meetings before we start the shifts. Maybe the manager makes sure things are ready for the day.
Gotcha.
There's a variety of stuff. Some of it's quite boring. I don't need to figure out telly. You don't want to know everything. But it could be anything from checking over the stock, which is the kind of like the boring stuff.
For sure.
To exciting stuff like making sure we've got the tables ready for the customers, and that we might have bookings coming in.
So you are really hands-on.
I'm not as super hands-on as I used to be.
Okay.
But I am hands-on. Yeah.
Now, what makes a good staff?
Well, it's a good staff.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're in the people business, right? So
people who can learn,
Okay.
but that can take constructive criticism, and which is not for everybody.
No, it's not.
But can also think on their own feet and have their own way, their own style and their own personality, and be allowed to have show some of the personality without overdoing it. There's always lines to things. So to me, and good staff are reliable as well.
I like that.
Good staff show up to work. That's my perspective on good stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Have you ever had, I guess, a staff where you're like, oh, dear God, what am I doing here? And you don't have to call names.
No. I have many staff like that.
Yeah, really? So how long have you been here?
In Lucia?
Yeah.
Since 2014.
Oh, come on. I'm getting chill bumps. You have amassed quite a bit in a short period of time. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. What would you say to someone who says, I want to do it, I really, really do, but I don't even know where to start? What would be the first thing that you tell someone?
Well, first of all, it starts in the head.
Yeah.
So it doesn't start anywhere else. So first of all, it starts there. And then, so the head and the heart have to be together.
Oh my gosh, he's talking my language. He's talking my language. It's the soul of the matter, right?
Yeah, always.
Wow.
And then you can move it away from just being a dream and start to move into reality. Now the things, you don't have to start big. It's a misconception. You don't have to have the biggest business overnight.
Okay.
You can build up.
Okay.
You can start with something just that you can have an end goal.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with starting within your means to start with.
That is so paramount for what you just said. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes, you know how we do it, right? We always think we got to be bigger than what we are, but just start somewhere.
Most successful people didn't start with the business that you know them for. You see, they started at a smaller,
Yeah.
They started way before that, doing, I don't know, whatever they did to build up their knowledge or their, their skill set. So,
wow.
Yeah.
What scares you, Matthew? What just gets you in your boots where you're like, oh my
Scares
God.
me.
Was that a good word?
Probably nothing to do with the restaurant.
I like your openness, honesty, and sincerity. It goes a long way.
Scares a funny word, but I don't. Scares.
Yeah.
I suppose, like everybody, you want to be, you want to be healthy. You want to be financially secure. You want to be happy. There's elements to life that you want to try and hold on to. Yeah. So.
Wow. Didn't I tell you that I had some great people on this show? I love this show. Not
Great
because
show.
it's mine, right? But because it gives you an opportunity to showcase what you're doing.
Okay.
People that will look at you or look at your establishment and say, well, he's just got it going on, and he probably came over with just a boatload of money, and he's just blah, 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 blah. But until people know your story.
Yeah, no, it's far from it, actually. I was definitely was not born with a silver spoon. Was it silver spoon?
Silver spoon.
I'm definitely more rags to riches. I mean, again, I won't go into it on the show, but I can assure you, I definitely haven't got a tree with money on it. I had to make it all on my own from a very young age.
Wow.
I struggled early.
I see that. I'm watching that. I do. Yeah. And I appreciate your saying that. Honestly, I do, because you have no idea the number of people that I'll meet that'll say, I want to do it, but I've got this fear. I've got this intimidation. I don't know how to move out of my own way. Was that difficult for you to move out of your own way?
No, I'll be honest with you. No, I think we all have that fear, but I don't have that. The fear doesn't hold me back more than the desire. You see?
Told you. Didn't I tell you? Wow. So you talked about passion. You're introducing us to desire. What does that look like in terms of your legacy? Your living legacy, not when you're away from here, but a living legacy that you can say, this is what I live every day. What does that look like?
Okay, it's a great question. I don't know how to answer this one. So like, let me try and break this down. So you mean like in terms of like legacy? You mean like
I mean, what are you being known for? Not will be known for. What are you being known for?
I don't know.
Now?
You'd have to ask people. Maybe asking myself. Is it? I think basically, just be yourself. Okay, be your best and be yourself, and don't get fazed, because people are always going to talk.
Oh, honey,
whatever you do.
Blinders on. I'm sorry. Wrong person to say.
They've always got something to say.
Yeah, whether you're doing good or bad, right?
Yeah, they're always going to talk. They're always going to say, just be you.
Just be you.
And be your energy and be your spirit, and don't worry about what, because everyone's got so much to say. So you know.
Yeah. Who cares, right?
Yeah. Just be you.
As long as you're serving really good food. Speaking of food, what's on your menu that you've been able to assimilate with the culture, and then maybe bring some of your own?
Yeah. So with the menu, we have like a balanced menu right now.
All right.
So we have Caribbean dishes.
Oh, come
authentic
on.
Caribbean dishes, but a certain standard. So we'll have like the oxtail, lobster, red snapper, my. And there'll be other things coming on. Some more seafood options coming soon.
Oh wow!
We do labby. There's curries, this kind of stuff. But we also have sections on the menu for people who want to try food that perhaps you don't get every day in St. Lucia, like pastas and maybe some good gourmet burgers, steaks, lamb. So these are So it's a nice balance.
You really got a nice balance. Hey, you do. Was it hard when you were looking for your chef? Because you've got some amazing chefs. You do. Looking for a chef to have that kind of melting pot of good food. Yeah. Especially if they're from here. Yeah. And you're telling them, listen, I want this and I want that. Was that difficult to...
Yeah, the moments were, for sure, because obviously you're also introducing cuisine that you possibly know works, but perhaps not everybody's seen.
Right.
So, I have to make sure that the chefs are capable and they're able to do this. So it's not, we won't just bring on every dish in the world. Okay. There has to be it has to be achievable by the staff and the chefs. Yeah.
Oh, sure. I love that.
But I've got some good guys who experienced overseas.
Yeah. So you have people that have come over from overseas.
Well, actually, I've got what I actually mean by that is the chefs themselves have worked. Yeah. They may have worked in overseas, so they've seen cuisine and standards of food. Perhaps, that they may not have seen had they not travelled. So that's been quite good for the staff.
That is so wonderful. I will say this, as far as customer service, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the show, but you've got some of the best customer service, honestly. And I love the fact, especially when they know you, how they make you feel like you've walked into your home.
Yeah.
It feels good. It
That's
feels
how it
really
should be.
good. Absolutely.
But that's what we believe in, Tongie. That's ultimately, I'm a customer. I could be the boss, but actually, when all's said and done, I'm a customer, just like everybody else. So I would like to know that a customer is treated like a customer. This is not about bending over backwards and finding out. This is about just good customer service. Is what people want. Most people, that's all they want. They just want good customer service. They don't want bows and whistles. They don't need this kind of stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, it's important. You listen to customers and take things on and like I say, learn. So,
wow.
and we do a lot of customer service training, but you'll be talking to Catherine about that.
Is that right?
That's her skill
And that's
set.
his beautiful wife. She'll be here soon.
That's her skill set.
To have her, really. Yeah. So the culture.
Yeah.
And when I say the culture of your restaurant, what did you want it to project?
Casual, relaxed, but still upscale. So, like a place where you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You can come in and but at the same time, it's a place that you want to you want to go to.
Wow.
That's basically how it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Simple but effective.
Oh my God. That's why I love coming here, because you literally...
You're one of our good customers, Tom.
Well, thank you very much. I'm always talking about
we see you guys
Seriously,
a lot.
I am. You have a wonderful array of beautiful people. You have delicious food, right? You've assimilated into the Caribbean. You've brought your own flair. Yeah. And have you always been here?
In
this area, Rodney Bay?
Oh, yes. Actually, some of the viewers might remember we used to be down the road.
Hold that thought. We're going to come right back because that's really important. Oftentimes when you are putting your roots down, you don't want to move. You don't want to move anywhere. You want to be known for being right here. But you took a chance, and I love that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. I never leave home without my lip conditioner and lip scrub from T2T. It's perfect for this kind of weather and any activity. I'm Dr. Tongie from the Dr. Tongie Show and Dr. Tongie, and I endorse this product.
Dr. Tongie is on a mission to help you rediscover God's purpose for your life. And she does this by teaching you how to change your perspectives according to His original plan for you. If you are experiencing bouts of failure or an inability to do things right, she is here to assist you in ending those thoughts that can indeed lead to a depressing mindset. She calls you to emulate the processes a full-scale mind shift requires by replacing religious ideologies and traditions that oftentimes create a sense of struggle. Dr. Tongie provides you with much needed insight, encouragement, and motivation to not only assist you in rediscovering your dreams, but she systematically shows you how to no longer chase them, but how to manifest them. Dr. Tongie is the Caribbean's very own inspirational and motivational speaker, our life and spiritual coach, and someone who delivers hope, encourages our faith, and showcases that we must live a life that is.
This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're gonna do life together. All right, we are back yet again. Thank you so very much. I do not take it lightly or for granted that you allow me in your home. Numbers don't lie. So we must be doing something good, right? Okay, we're right back with Mr. Matthew Chambers, who's Matthew's Rooftop Restaurant that has become a fixture in Rodney Bay. And Matthew, you said you initially started where?
Well, actually, when we first come down in, like I say, late 2014,
Okay.
we were actually at a location on the strip, further down on the strip.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there was a big fire there, and several businesses were destroyed. I'm not sure if you guys were...
No.
Okay, well,
we
yeah.
just got here, so...
Yeah, so there was I mean, it's a well-known, to Solutions will know about this. So, yeah, so we had a big fire. Literally, the whole entire business was destroyed.
Oh, come on.
So we found ourselves kind of homeless. And then...
Been there.
Yeah, we found ourselves homeless, and then we didn't know what to do, and this location was available, and we thought, well, it was actually a big change from where we was, because we were actually on ground floor, and it was more bar than restaurant.
Okay.
Although it was half and half. Whereas when we moved to this location, we've become more restaurant.
Wow.
So we've gone much more into the restaurant side of things. I'm for sure you can come here and have a drink, cocktails and wine, no problem. But as a generalisation, we've definitely gone more restaurant.
Wow.
So we've been up here, I think, 8 or 9 years now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a good while, yeah.
So you're having to start over, and I've been there. I know exactly what that feels like.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time when you were starting over, when you were in the thick of it, that you wanted to say, you know what, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm done. How do you move?
I think during the
past?
construction, actually there was the construction element was actually one of the most difficult periods, because it was quite hard. We made a good amount of changes, and obviously, you know, when you're dealing with construction guys and builders, they're not always on the same page as you when it comes to aesthetics and things that you're looking for.
Okay.
So they may not quite have the eye for detail,
Gotcha.
and that you perhaps are looking for. So that was one of the frustrations I had.
Wow.
Plus the fact, you know, there's only so much budget available to do so much work. So
been there.
yeah, you know, and you know as well as I know, the budgets get blown very quickly.
Oh, honey.
And you think you've got a spare pot, but even that can get
doesn't even work
gone.
like that, does
yeah.
it?
So and you have to be careful who you're using, and you know how you're getting.
For sure.
You're supposed to be using them for their work. They're not supposed to be using you.
Oh, come on.
All right. So
come on.
So
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That could be on a t-shirt for sure.
Yeah. So this kind of stuff. So yeah, there was that moment, and obviously there's the whole, again, a bit like when we first come down here. Oh, the people like to remind you about the previous businesses that have been in the new location and how they didn't work and blah, all this kind of stuff.
Come on.
So
that was your motivation, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you know, that was, you know, we're not responsible for other people's work.
That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's how it is. So.
Wow. Well, I am so glad. I am so happy that you literally said, you know what? I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. You're making a difference. You really, really are. 5 things that you would say to encourage someone who's at that place in their lives where they've got to start all over. 5 things.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say to anybody who wants something, go for it. Okay, you know, you can get it if you really want. Okay,
all right.
So you really need to try. So, especially younger people, I like to see younger people really going for their dreams and trying their best. So that's the first thing I'd like to say.
That's
wonderful. Don't let the fear hold you back too much, because sometimes there's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Come on, man.
All right?
Come on.
But 5 words of encouragement.
Absolutely.
Wow. I suppose motivation.
Motivation.
Effort.
Effort.
Um,
You got this.
no fear.
No fear.
Desire.
Desire.
And keep the hunger.
We
That's actually
talk
3
about
words.
hunger a lot.
Keep the hunger. Keep the hunger, yeah.
You have been so amazing.
Not literally, if you're hungry, you can come here and eat.
Thank you so much, Matthew, for doing this.
Great.
Man,
Yeah.
this is his very first time giving an interview, and he gave it with me.
Yeah. Dr. Tongie, the Dr. Tongie means a lot to us. So.
Oh my God, don't you dare make me cry. I'm already sweating. All right.
All right.
You stay tuned because we've got a woman that, you know how it's spoken that behind every good man is a good woman. She's a good woman and she's going to join us next. Stay tuned. It's your girl, Dr. Tongie. You know, from the Talk to Tongie show. Are you ready to maximize your business exposure? Of course you are. Why not consider placing an ad right here with me on the Talk to Tongie show on DBS? Hey, it's your girl, Dr. Tongie. And whenever I get ready for a show, I use a Toy Day food. A Toy Day food is a proud sponsor of the Dr. Tongie show and Talk to Tongie. This is Talk to Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Talk to Tongie. We're gonna do life together. And we are back, and I am so excited. Can't you see? Yeah? We're here in the beautiful establishment, Matthew's Rooftop Restaurant. It's where I love to come, and they know me by name. You remember when I told you behind every good man is a great woman? Well, we've got a great woman that when you hear her story, literally, she's going to motivate you. She's going to inspire you. And you'll see, you'll be living the life that you're supposed to be living. Is that a good introduction? Yeah?
It is, yeah.
We're here with Miss Catherine Chambers. Thank you. Thank you so very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. So, your husband says, we're gonna go to the Caribbean. We're gonna go to St. Lucia. How did you get here?
How did we get here?
Yeah.
By plane? No.
Good answer. I mean, you're picking up. You're leaving what you know.
No, we had a business in the UK, so we said, give it a try. But I don't really think about many things. I just do.
No way.
So I just said, okay then.
Did
So
you
we
really?
came to have a look round. And then we liked it. I thought there's a gap in the market because there wasn't that much going on along the strip when we first came. So, and that was nearly 10 years ago. But
wow.
So we did come and have a look, and then we said, yeah. So then we made the plan to come.
Wow. Now, Matthew said he had spent some time in Jamaica. He's a reggae man.
Yeah.
What was your take on not Jamaica but here? Why St. Lucia?
Why? My dad's from St. Vincent, which is a smaller island.
Okay.
So maybe we would have gone there, but it's not as... Don't have as many tourists there. It's not a big island.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we looked at here.
Wow. Now, most people come to another country. They're not necessarily looking to launch a business. You came here, you had a look around. What?
Only for like 1 week.
Really?
Yeah.
So why a business?
I haven't got the answer. I couldn't tell you.
Really?
We were doing a business in the UK. And
So
we just,
working a 9 to 5 was just not.
well, it was hospitality. No, I've never worked 9 to 5. Long hours. We used to do weddings and birthdays. And
Really?
Wait, yeah.
So you hear this, right? It doesn't matter where you start, it's where you really finish. Yeah?
So that was a lot of late nights and...
Now, he did say that as far as the culture of Matthews Rooftop, you're the lady. Tell me, what is it like training people to see your vision, to be deployed with their skill sets, but in a business setting?
Very, very hard here.
Wow.
It's not an easy task.
Come on, lady, you gotta unpack that. You gotta unpack that for me, because I'm sure there's someone who's been in hospitality and they wanna, perhaps you're saying, I wanna launch this idea, I wanna launch this business. What makes it difficult?
It's just quite hard because a lot of people haven't left the island. They don't know the expectations that some people are looking for. And as I always say, people want attention to detail.
For sure.
They don't just want to smile.
I like
They
that.
want... Like I always say, if you're a customer and you go to a restaurant,
Right.
what would you expect?
Come on, lady. Now you're talking
That's why
my language. Yeah.
I always say, put yourself in the customer's shoes
Yeah.
when you're sitting down.
Wow.
Would you accept that?
Aha.
So it's been hard work
Yeah.
getting
yeah.
there. I think we're finally getting there.
Yeah. I think you're doing
We're
really
finally-
good. You're doing
I think
really,
we're
really
finally
good.
getting there.
You know that you're in a good place because when you come back over and over, you don't see a lot of new faces. So
Yeah.
how was that as far as turnover? Did you ever have a situation where there were people like coming and going?
Because I will only accept a certain standard. But
I like
training.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't train waiters and waitresses.
Come
they just
on,
throw
come
them
on.
in.
Yep.
But we don't normally let people go on the floor. So they've looked at the menu. And some people don't always know when they're coming for the job what's on the menu because we have
how many
Caribbean
times have I seen
dishes.
that? Yeah.
we have Caribbean dishes
Okay.
and international dishes.
Aha.
So we need to train before they go on the floor. Then with the
Absolutely.
wines
Yeah,
and
yeah.
drinks
Yeah.
and what we expect.
Okay.
Obviously, you've got to give people a chance, and sometimes
Right.
we can take people that have never done this job before.
Right.
But when we're not at the busy period, because when you're at the busy period,
You don't have
customers
time, do you? Right.
No.
Wow. Now, you said something that is really, you said expectation. I like that word. Because what were your expectations in having a really good staff?
Well, I expect to have good staff because, like I say, I was in the wedding industry before.
Okay,
So
so
you can't get harder than that. You
No,
can't
it
get
cannot.
harder than organising someone's wedding. So
Wow.
organisation
Okay.
is what I do. And
Organisation.
attention to detail.
I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. So tell me this. You've got a curriculum, right? Do you follow a curriculum, or is this you saying, this is what I want to see in my restaurant?
Yeah. But sometimes you can adapt to
Okay.
people, yeah?
Okay.
It's not always a strict, but we always have a 2-minute rule, what we
All right.
try and stick to.
All right.
So as soon as the customer comes in, hi, sit down. Always, because obviously the Caribbean's hot, can I get you any water?
Okay.
Because you know some people straight away they want water,
Yep,
then go
yep.
back after 2 minutes and take their order. And some people say, yes, I'm ready or I'm not ready.
Ah.
I always have a 2-minute rule in the
like
restaurant because if someone just wants to eat, because we have people that just want to eat
For sure.
and go.
Okay.
And then we have people that spend hours here relaxing for their birthdays.
That would be me. I love coming here. The 2-minute rule. You're absolutely right, because now that I think about it, there's not been a minute here longer than 2 minutes that someone hasn't said, is there anything else that I can give you?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a concept that you kind of wanted because of your background in hospitality?
I just think that's what people want. They want to be acknowledged, because people are coming into the restaurant to spend their money.
Come on, lady.
Yeah, they're coming to spend their money, so they want a good experience. They don't want to walk out. I mean, I'm not saying we haven't made mistakes.
I got you.
But I try to install that into the staff. 2 minutes, go over. I mean, sometimes we'll be busy, it might take a bit longer.
For sure.
But normally I'm have enough staff to cover that. We've got two sides of the restaurant, and at busy periods we need to have that.
Wow.
But since COVID, things have changed, whereas we used to know what days we were going to be busy and what things haven't always.
Yeah.
It's not.
Talk about that. Yeah, because when you're in the restaurant business, someone said to me, that's one of the hardest business that you can be in. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Really?
People think it's glamorous.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
No, it's hard work.
It is.
You need a pedicure every month.
Speaking of, your nails and your toenails are beautiful, by the way, lady. So you're coming into this new environment. You had your business in the UK, yeah?
Yeah.
But you're coming into the Caribbean. Yes, Dad's from St. Vincent. What's been the cultural difference for you?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm used to the culture anyway because of my dad.
Your dad,
but working in it from here to the UK is a completely different ball game.
That's where I want to go. What makes it, without being too invasive, what makes it different than anything you've worked in?
I found it more challenging here than the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think, and I'm just...
I don't know if it's because people see you as foreign, or I don't know.
Okay.
They don't like, or I'm a woman, I don't know. Because they seem to take to... I find they seem to take to men more than women here.
Why is that? Oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. When I first got here, I go into the grocery store, hello, how are you? Didn't have a show or anything. I got no response. My husband goes into the store and they're like, well, how are you doing? I'm like, are you serious? So I got this rolling joke with him. Oh, you just want to go to where your girlfriend is. She's over at that store, you know?
I'm not saying everyone, but it has been challenging here as a woman.
Wow.
I will say that.
So,
and a woman in business. Sometimes I've had people come here and they won't speak to me. They only want to speak to Matthew.
Really?
Yeah.
Has that made you develop a hard exterior, or do you like, it's just water on a duck's back?
I'm quite a resilient pet. I'm not really bothered. It's just how it is. So I've sort of gone more in the background because I don't want to be out there as much. I just let
You're beautiful. You've got, you're intelligent. You're funny. I asked you how you got here. You said biplane. Why would you want to take that stance? And there's nothing wrong with that, but in today's modern society, we women are kind of juxtaposing, I'm just as strong as he is. Why would you say, I'll take a seat here?
That's just the way I feel about doing it. I'm here every day, as you know. I'm always here. I'm always putting in the work. But I'd rather be in the... Obviously, if there's any issues, then I'll come. Yeah.
For sure. So would you say that you are a fixer?
Yeah, probably.
Do you put out fires?
Yeah, I'll come out with ideas and new things, and I'll try and motivate the staff because that's what I used to run a team before we had our own business. I used to run a team in England, so that is my background. But sometimes here, people don't want it.
Aha. Speak on that, if you will. What's a typical situation where you've had to say, you know what, it's not going to happen that way? Have you ever
I've
had
had
to
it.
do
I've
that?
had meetings where I'm talking and no one's listening to me, no one's responding.
Wow. I find that really,
Yeah.
that's really.
Whereas I'm not used to that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not used to that background.
I
Normally,
gotcha.
if you're in a meeting, people come with ideas.
For sure, for sure. So how
And
do you...
it's not a bad thing.
No,
It's
no.
like we're brainstorming. What
Yeah.
do you want? You're as much as the business. You're the face of the business as well. We want to go to this level.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
I can't always push it. If you don't want it and you're not feeling the energy, because then people feel the bad energy when they come in.
Bingo.
So I like energy. I work on it.
You do.
Yeah.
And you know when someone's not feeling, how do you handle that kind of situation? You got a customer
I
that
just
comes
push
in.
because I like a challenge, so I will keep going
Really?
till I get what
Talk about being honest, open, and sincere. I love that. I absolutely love that because you would say you're not going to push me out of what I know to be true, what I know to
it's
be
not
right.
for me. This is what the customers want.
Ah,
That's what people have got to understand. It's not what I want.
okay.
I work on what I know the customers want.
Aha. I love that. I absolutely love that because you remind me of your husband because he says, I'm in the people business. Can you speak on that? Because people are important, right? For any business.
Well, if you don't have customers, you don't have a business.
Ah.
But that's what I always say to the staff. I say, it's not us saying this is what we want. It's not regimented. Things change daily. We all learn daily. No one knows everything. Each day you'll have a challenge.
Absolutely.
And you want to be challenged. You don't want to do the same thing day in, day out.
Yeah.
Let's try and have some fun as well.
Yeah.
I can't make you have fun. I can only try and motivate you to have fun.
I will say this. The culture here that you guys have created, you've been the backbone of this, it feels good. It really does. I could eat here just about every day and wonder why I can't fit in my dress. So what's a typical day that you would say, this is what my day looks like?
Well, it's different every day, but I always try and exercise most days if I can.
Okay.
I have a trainer now.
Okay.
I used to go
Did
to
you
the
hear
gym.
that? She has a trainer, okay.
Yeah. So I think you need that space, your own
I'm so
time.
glad you said that.
You need your own time.
Absolutely. Because we put a lot into our business.
Yeah.
We put a lot into our families. But sometimes we forget to do that me stuff, right?
Yeah.
How important is that to you?
Very, yeah. You need your own space
You need
sometimes.
your space,
Yeah.
absolutely. So what time do you get up and get into your own space?
What time? I get up between 6 and 7. First, I've got to get my daughter ready to go to school. 'Cause
Okay.
She's still at school, so.
So
then
you're doing this thing. You're a mom. You're a wife. You're a business owner.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
And a grandma.
Oh, get out of here! Congratulations. So, we ask that proverbial question: balance. How do we have the balance? But you're doing it. What's
To
that
be fair,
balance like?
Our daughter's pretty easy. She's 12 now, so she does her own.
Yeah.
She can get herself ready, but yeah.
Okay. How do you do the balance though?
It's hard because then
yeah.
our son's in the UK and our grandson's in the UK, so that's a hard.
You
Not
sound
see-
like me. I miss my baby.
Yeah.
Hi, Kaden and Kinders and Idris. Every time I get an opportunity, I shout them out because I miss them so very much.
So that's been a challenge.
Aha.
Us being here and then. I mean, he did come, but he didn't settle, so he went back.
Aha.
And now he's got a child.
You're smiling. You adapted to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Matthew indicated, and we talked about starting over. How difficult is it for someone that's listening that is saying, but you don't understand that, I don't want to start over, I don't even know how. How difficult is it to start over?
What, you mean move and start?
Yeah, well, when you were at one part of the island, you were down the street on the same strip.
Oh, we had the
Unfortunately,
fire, yeah.
Yeah. Your perspective.
I probably would have been honest, I would have gone, but Matt wanted to pursue and start again.
Wow.
So I said, oh, okay.
That is
because
so
we were
interesting.
only here just a year when that happened.
Oh,
so that
come
was
on.
that was
Aye.
hard, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to stay now.
You know, I'm so glad that you said that, and I'm so glad you were open with that, because I know that there's someone with the emails and the texts and the DMs that I get. I get women that'll ask, how do you start over? Whatever that looks like. He wanted to stay. He wanted to go for it.
Well, it's taken a lot of effort to do the building work and get that how we wanted. So redoing that again, it was like, I don't know if I can go through.
Did you really? Wow. And I'm so glad you're saying that, because you need to hear that.
And then when we came up here, Matt said, oh no, we're only going to do a few things.
Yeah,
no, 3 months.
Being a visionary.
That was another 3, that was hard.
Oh my God. And that's where I want to stop right there, because I don't want to rush that. And I say that because I know that there's someone that's asking, how do you pick up the pieces again? We'll be right back with that answer. And I'm hanging out with Catherine. I'll be right back. I never leave home without my lip conditioner and lip scrub from T2T. It's perfect for this kind of weather and any activity. I'm Dr. Tongie from the Dr. Tongie Show and Dr. Tongie, and I endorse this product.
Dr. Tongie is on a mission to help you rediscover God's purpose for your life. And she does this by teaching you how to change your perspectives according to His original plan for you. If you are experiencing bouts of failure or an inability to do things right, she is here to assist you in ending those thoughts that can indeed lead to a depressing mindset. She calls you to emulate the processes a full-scale mind shift requires by replacing religious ideologies and traditions that oftentimes create a sense of struggle. Dr. Tongie provides you with much needed insight, encouragement, and motivation to not only assist you in rediscovering your dreams, but she systematically shows you how to no longer chase them, but how to manifest them. Dr. Tongie is the Caribbean's very own inspirational and motivational speaker, our life and spiritual coach, and someone who delivers hope, encourages our faith, and showcases that we must live a life that is.
This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're gonna do life together. And we are back. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. On this show is Tongie, so I'm your friend, all right? Again, thank you so very much for allowing me to come into your homes. I do not take it for granted or lightly. I know you could be watching any other show that you want to, but you stayed around to get inspired, to get motivated. I'm getting inspired here. And we're here at Matthew's rooftop right here in Rottney Bay. And we're talking to his amazing, beautiful wife, partner, extraordinaire, mama, grandmama. She's just doing it, man. You were telling me for the last few minutes of our show, how do you pick up the pieces I know there's someone watching. They're probably saying, yeah, but it's easy. She's gotta help me. She's got a man that's walking that thing. But how for you, your perspective on starting over? Tell me about that.
Oh, it was hard, but then once I'd agreed to do it, then you just put everything back in again. So, but the building work and getting things how we wanted them done. The bar used to be here. It used to have. It was a challenge.
It was a challenge. Yeah.
And I don't want to do that.
But you didn't quit.
No.
And I want you, will you speak on that, not quitting?
Oh, I've never quit in life. I don't quit. I just get on with it, and you always normally move forward. Just move forward. I don't really think about things. I sort of go head first. Maybe it's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. What are you talking about?
I don't really think things over. I just do, because I always know it'll work out in the end.
Did you hear that? You just do, and it's always going to work out in the end. Wow. That's
Well, you'll have a challenge. It won't be easy.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll have sleepless nights.
But you didn't quit.
No.
And that's the beautiful thing right there. Wow. Wow. What would you say to someone who says, okay, I've heard your story. I'm going to roll my sleeves up, but I'm scared. How do you address that fear?
I'm not really scared of anything, to be honest. I mean, with my mum and dad, they've always said, do what you want to do. And it will always work out. Don't be scared of anything or anyone. So I'm just not. I never have been.
Did you hear that?
If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, it's not.
Oh, Catherine. Oh, my God. I can read your book. When is your book coming out?
You can't fear things, really.
Wow.
There's no point stressing, is it? It makes you look old.
Who are you telling me? She's a grandmama.
Don't stress.
Wow. I asked your husband, I'm asking you, give me 5 things in our clothes that you would say to an individual who says, okay, I'm not going to stress, I'm not going to fear, but just 5 things, however you do it, make it your own. What 5 things would you tell someone?
You've got to motivate yourself.
Motivate yourself.
You've got to really want it.
I really want it.
God. Don't stop till you get what you want.
Don't stop till you get what you want, all right?
But pay attention to the details around you, and then surround yourself with positive people. You've got to be positive, and your circle has got to be positive.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Wow.
Don't let people throw you off, because you're always going to get people say, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
can do anything you want. You just got to go for it.
You got to go for it. They've been here 11 years, and they're making a difference right where they are. When you're looking for a really nice place, upscale, to come and hang out and have a nice, refreshing beverage or some delicious food, check out Matthew's Rooftop. You guys are really, you're second to none. You really are. Thank you so very much for staying the course. Thank you for not giving up. You know, thank you for not saying, you know what, I know I'm supposed to be in the back, but I'm not being in the back. I'm going to be here. And you did it. Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she was nervous. It's been a ride. It's been a wonderful ride with each and every one of you. Thank you so, so very much for making my dreams come true. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. You can check me out on all social media platforms at Talk to Tongie. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. I love you so, so very much. The numbers don't lie. You're tuning in. I am grateful. Until next time, the Lord say the same and the creek don't rise. We're going to do it again, man, right here, DBS, same time. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. And like my friend Catherine said, just don't entertain the noise. Thank you, Catherine.
Thanks a
I
lot.
love you.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.